Hi guys, this is Haley and welcome back to our channel. This video is going to be about how we found out we were pregnant and expecting and how the first weeks before I got my first ultrasound went for us. So how we found out we were pregnant is a little bit different than most people who are trying to conceive, I guess. So since we took Clomid, we knew exactly when to test, well, kind of. Because I have PCOS, even the Clomid made me not ovulate when I was supposed to. I ovulated, well, I thought I wasn't going to ovulate at all, so I stopped testing completely. So at first off, I didn't think we were going to ovulate at the normal time. I think it's around like cycle day 14. I completely forget now since I've tried to stop remembering and obsessing and thinking about anything trying to conceive and switch over to baby preparing. But I didn't ovulate around cycle day 14. I didn't ovulate until, I'm pretty sure it was 2 weeks later than that. So I was told to stop trying, stop testing, we'll start preparing for the next cycle. So I was really discouraged. I was starting a new job, so I just kind of was down for about a couple days. So since I didn't ovulate in the normal time, we completely stopped trying to conceive until I started having some symptoms that were kind of worrisome. Oh, I may be starting my period, or I may be trying to ovulate. So I started testing again, and then that first day I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna test. I got a faint positive, and then later on the day got a blaring positive ovulation, and then had to wait those 2 weeks to see if we were pregnant or not. Well, because my husband travels for work, the weekend that I would have found out I was pregnant, he was going to be traveling. I didn't make a big deal about it. I just kind of kept it to myself that this is the weekend that I'd be testing. I knew exactly the days that I could have tested. I did not test early. I did not test until cycle day 10. I don't know why. I just didn't think it worked because of, everything was stacked against us. We thought we were going to ovulate. So I didn't even know if that was a false positive ovulation. I really did not think it was gonna work. So I didn't test early. I didn't test until cycle day 10. Got a faint positive. Actually showed my best friend first. She knows nothing about trying to conceive, so I knew that like any kind of faint positive means a positive, but she didn't know that. So when we told her that we were pregnant, she was like, oh my gosh, I knew before testing. But anyways, so since Justin was traveling, I had planned a shopping day with my best friend. That whole day I was extremely out of breath, like so out of breath. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot catch my breath, kind of like I am right now. And I was like, if I'm not pregnant, like something is wrong. I'm sick, something's wrong, because I cannot breathe. So then I tested the next day with like a cheapie, and it was a faint positive again. And then later on that day, which you see in the video where I announced, I took a digital like right after that. And because that was positive, that was like all I needed to know. I was like, it's positive. It's all I need to know. I'm pregnant. It worked. That was, it was so surreal because I was so scared. And so, so many people that I know have experienced miscarriages, and so I was just so scared for miscarriage. I still every day am scared, but I think now that I'm closer to the end, we are now past viability week, so I feel much better, but it's still an everyday, you don't want anything to happen to your child. So that was the most scariest, exciting. I don't think I believed it until our ultrasound, and then I still don't think I even believed it until I got to our 20 week and you could actually see the baby. Our first ultrasound was at 7 weeks, 3 days. So we really couldn't see a baby on there. It was just a little yolk sac, and that's all you could see. Shiny, but all you can see is a little yolk sac. Not much there, but just a little yolk sac, and that's all we need to see. We were told at our first 8-week ultrasound that since it was so early, it wasn't safe to hear the heartbeat. I guess, I don't know if it's a hospital policy, I'm not really sure. But they don't hear the heartbeat, but you can see it. So you can see like the little flicker of the heart chambers. But we couldn't hear it. I actually didn't hear it until closer to 12 weeks. And then my husband actually didn't hear it until 20 weeks. So that's another story for another video. But finding out you're pregnant, normally you go and you take a urine test at a doctor's office, and that's how they confirm. With using Clomid, you're at a higher risk of a miscarriage. So we did beta numbers. I could have done 3, but we did only the 2. Since it did double in the second one, I felt a lot better that we were okay. For my people who are interested, my first beta was 37, and then I went in 24 to 48 hours later. I don't remember actually when I went. I think it was 2 days exactly. It was 77. Those numbers scared the crap out of me. I was so scared because, I mean, I think I literally have watched every YouTube video about beta numbers and what their beta numbers were. And I mean, there's crazy high amounts of beta numbers out there, but they're mostly IVF people that I was watching. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Because mine was with just Clomid. I didn't know if that was the reason why my numbers were so low compared to everybody. Even though they did double, they were still on the low spectrum, I guess. I don't know. But after that second one, I was so terrified. I actually got my results at work, and I was in the bathroom bawling when I got that second beta number, because it was just such a huge relief that like this pregnancy is going good. It's gonna keep going. Everything's okay. And that kind of helped me get through to the 8-week ultrasound, which 8-week ultrasound was also just a mess with. I was so nervous, and I think after 8 weeks I was, and we told people at 7.5 weeks, because it was Thanksgiving, and we couldn't get into our ultrasound until the week after Thanksgiving. But I feel like at that point I felt like, okay, I'm fine. We can tell people if something were to happen, everybody would know anyways, and we would want to have people to support us either way. So if they know now, then it's less people you need to, I don't know. I just felt like in my heart that we had to tell people. So that's what we did. And also another thing that helped me get through those 8 weeks was testing a lot. Testing a lot. I mean, there was at a point where I was testing twice a day, which these now, I mean, some of them, yeah, you can still see them on all of them, because my first lines were so light. I mean, they didn't get dark until probably closer to, I don't think I got my dye stealer until, I don't remember, it was later. I think that's what I did to get me through till the 8 weeks. Thanks for watching, and if you guys want to comment, like, and subscribe, the buttons are down below. If you have any questions, leave them in the box. Thank you very much. Bye.